Hello everybody, Zonebrick here, and welcome to my tutorial for a 5x8 fully expandable upwards piston door. Here we go. This is how it works. Press the button, it opens up, and we press this button, closes back up. Press the button again, opens back up, and press this button, all closes. It's obviously not very detailed, but you guys can decorate to your own liking. So I will see you guys in the tutorial. Let's go. Okay, so the design works mainly off of this design for a triple piston extender. Because the triple piston extenders is what opens the door. We literally just need to repeat this circuit over and over again. So if you guys are really good at redstone, you can figure this out yourself. This is all you need to see. We just put a slime block formation on here, and we alternate the honey blocks and slime blocks. But we have the formation sort of like this. Usually you would have like some terracotta or obsidian or unmovable objects here. But then you have it you sort of have your thing like this, and then you just put your blocks on top, and that's what you have. And then you have two on each side. Like the one on the other side would end up looking like this, like that. So yeah, that's what you pretty much want to build things like this, and you want to have honey and then slime, and then here you have honey, slime, like that. And so it's technically infinitely expandable upwards. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to start working on one of the layers, and I'll show you guys that, and then I'll do one full side, and then I'll show you guys both sides in together, and I'll connect them all up. Okay, so here we go. I've done one of them right now. So I'm just going to show you guys it works. And I'm going to show you guys why I did this design, and I'll show you guys a full in-depth tutorial right after this. I'm just going to build another layer on top. So the reason we actually need to do it like this is because in Bedrock Edition, there is actually no such thing as spitting out blocks. You can't spit out blocks like you can in Java Edition whenever you use the one-tick pulses. So instead, we actually need to think of all of this being part of our door. So we actually need to think of the push limit from the very, very back piston. So no matter how much cool redstone and tricky observers we do, if everything in front of here is higher than more blocks than 12, we can't do it. It will never work. So we have our first piston here, which doesn't count. And now we start here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you go over here, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 12 blocks, which is actually the max piston push limit. So that's why we can't have any blocks like this to make it much easier, because then we could just do this and then a double piston extender over on the other side. But we actually do need to have it like this, not just so that it looks cool. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the next layer, and I'm going to show you guys how do I make it. Okay, so I actually made a mistake in the last clip here. It's actually 7x7. I had an extra strip of blocks here. So anyways, we're moving on to the next section of this. So we're going to be building a strip of terracotta or any immovable object here. And then we don't actually need any of these blocks here that don't have any redstone components on them. We don't actually need that. But then all we need is these blocks here, no block there, and then we do that. And now to remember this, I go no, 2, 3, 1, 2, O. So this part is the O. You do nothing here, and then we go 2, 3 of them, 1 of them, 2 of them, none of them. And then we just connect it all up with redstone. Oops, sorry, missed a block here. Redstone. And there, that's our working piston extender. We just add in the pistons here. Actually, first, right here, we need to make sure that we either have immovable blocks, such as the terracotta or obsidian, Or we can also have air blocks, but I'm going to use the terracotta because it's easier to place them on. And then we do that. And then you can't forget about this observer here. Make sure you just place the observer facing into that piston. And then redstone looping around into this one. And then all you need to do is you need to get, if you use honey block down here, you use slime block. And if you use slime block down here, you use honey block. And you want the exact same use the wrong one. You want the exact same formation as you had below. So if you had the downwards one, then you need to use this way. If you had the downwards one, you need to use this way. And if you had the upwards one like this, you need to do the same one like that. And then you just place your blocks on top of it, which I actually don't have right now. Let me just grab some. Here we go. And we put them on top. And there, that is our working layer. We just flick that again, we can see. Oops, I activated both of them at the same time, that's why. Okay, here we go. You can go like this and flick. Oh, that's why. Here, this is our problem. I even forgot stuff because I make mistakes too. Let's turn this off. You can't forget this bit. I forget this bit quite often. There needs to be a bit of redstone dust here or a block, whichever one works. But it just needs to be able to power this piston, because without that, it doesn't power the piston. So flicking this lever, you'll see it does work. And if we have it, so that we have one redstone here additionally, so I can show you guys that it works both at the same time. There we go. It works both at the same time. So you need one more layer of this, and then you need to do the same thing on the other side. The only difference is we're going to do one with this part is up here, and everything else is the exact same. So I'll build one layer on the other side too, just to show you guys, but I will be back once I've completed another layer. Okay, so here we are. I just finished this last layer here. And so now to connect them all together, you're going to want to have a slab here, here, and here. So then after that, you want to put a slab alternating blocks here, here, and here. And then just pile some redstone on top here. You then want to put some redstone here with a block on top. Sorry, redstone here and then here. And then you want to have a repeater and a lever just for now, just to prove whole thing works all together and it retracts all together. And as you can see, I have all the blocks on the front. So now we move on to the next side. So starting from here, starting from the first redstone, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blocks. And this will be where your end one is, the equivalent for here, right there. So you want to have your redstone here, and then you just go build a little strip here. And I will just build like a little square if I were you. I'll just build like a little square here for now. But then you just go, so you have to remember your rule. You have the 0, 2, 3, 1, 2, 0. So 0, now we're on 2. Oops, sorry, I bring this back too far. This goes here. So 2, 3. 1, 2, 0, and then we connect it all up. And now if you want, you can break these extra blocks here. And then right here is where we want our observer, redstone, 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 and there. And then we put our 3 pistons down. And since we have slime block here, we want to put, since we have honey block here, we want to have slime block there. And then we take, I actually don't have them right now, let me just grab them. We take the bricks and we put them right on the front, and done. So now this would be like the retracted position. Now it's pretty simple. It's the exact same thing as the other side. I'm not going to show you guys how to build this again. It's just the same thing and the same thing, just stacked up. It's literally the same thing. If you saw this at the start, you could just copy this over and over again. Make sure you have the same position. Oops, this is in the wrong position. You need to make sure that it's like this. because then it will fit inside of these little nooks. And you want to do this over and over again. So I will be back with the full completed thing, and then I'll show you guys how to hook it up into the levers and stuff. Okay, so I finished these few layers here. I think I made a mistake on the last one here. You want to have your honey blocks and slime blocks in a position like this. So you want to have it so that you have a down one and then an up one and then a down one, or else they'll get stuck together except for the corners. So I've currently built the 5x6. Give me a sec and I'll have the 5x8 done. I think 5x8 will be a good size. That's pretty good shape. And then I'll show you guys. See, it's pretty easy just to connect. If you just you do the same thing on both sides here, and then this lever, you just put a strip in between them, and then the lever will close them. It looks pretty sick. The closing is so much quicker than the opening, but it is pretty quick. So that's pretty much all you need. I'll show you guys how to do a button like staying open and closing, so you don't need to use a lever, and you can open it from both sides and close it from both sides. I'll show you how to do that in a sec. I'm just going to add one more layer on top for both of them, and then I'll see you then. Okay, so I added the next layer, and this is where a problem that some of you may have if you start building it. So you have our things in the right patterns here, but you need to have it like this, right? But if you have the 8th one, your redstone signal runs out. So if you are doing the 8, you need a little bit of an altered version. If you're not doing 8, you can also do this. But you're going to want to, first of all, break these. And then just place a block here, here, and here. You actually don't need that block here. You need a block here, and here. So I guess you do need both of them. All of them. So you put a repeater here, and a repeater here. And you run it into a block here. And you run it into a block here, and then you put, redstone on top, and then redstone here, and here. And now both sides work because we just extended the signal strength to the exact amount that we need for both sides. So now everything is working perfectly. We have our 8x5 piston door, where it looks pretty cool. So now I am going to be doing some decorations. So it looks okay. I'd say it look a little bit better with the iron blocks. It definitely does. But I'm just going to be back with some decorations. I'll just pretty much just clean it all up, and then I will show you guys really quickly how to do the button technique. Okay, so I built this all up. I made it look a little bit nicer. Obviously, you'd cover all the redstone up also on the inside. No, I didn't really do much that decoration, but I pretty much built it so that it now opens, and with this button it can close, and then it can also open, and it can close. So I'll show you how I did it. I just took a line of redstone here. You obviously alter this for yourself. Make sure you have enough signal strength. But then it goes into this little system here. This is our main system. Both of them must run into here, onto this redstone here or here. And then you have a torch, 2 repeaters going this way, 2 repeaters going this way, with a little line of dust onto a block with a torch on it. You need to have this dust here, and then this one will get locked. That's a little feature that not many people know, but it's called locking. And that's a really good way to make a T flip-flop in in Bedrock Edition. And then we pretty much just hook this up right on the center. You're going to make this torch has to be on the center so that we can have enough signal strength if you have it like over here. But if it's close enough, it can be pretty much anywhere, and it'll reach your repeaters here. But if you are doing the 5x6 and you're not using the repeater technique, you need to have it in the middle. But that's pretty much it anyways. So yeah, if you guys need any help, put it down in the comments. Any suggestions, put those in the comments too. Leave a like if you like this video. If you loved it, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications for my videos. Hopefully be posting another one tomorrow. But this has been Zonebreaker, and I'm out. Bye.